Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. We got one with Candace Owens. Let's dive in.
The right-wing media and right-wing pundits are creating incredibly and have created an incredibly dangerous environment for me. This morning, I woke up to Candace Owens being outside of my house with a news crew. She was demanding that I come outside. And when I looked at the video recording of what she was asking about, she was actually asking about the Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation property. And for some reason, seems like she thought my house was that. It's unacceptable and it's dangerous that anybody, any stranger, come outside of my house, but it's really unacceptable and dangerous when Candace Owens, another Black woman who is actually working as a part of a right-wing agenda, comes outside of my house with cameras. As you all know, I've experienced, and many of us have experienced, death threats. Many of us have children. Many of us are super vulnerable. And the fact that she's came outside my house and demanded things, harassed me, is unacceptable. It is unacceptable. And I'm going to keep doing the work I need to do to make sure that I'm in right relationship with my community, but I'm not going to let the right wing and right-wing pundits and media try to drive me against my community and have the community driven against me. I'm begging and pleading with all of you all to pay attention to what's happening to me and to many other people, many other leaders inside of this movement. Pay attention to what's happening, because what happened to me today has the potential to open up the floodgates of many other right-wing people that may next time be bearing arms, that may next time be more violent. This is unacceptable. Black people should be able to fight for our rights, for our right to live without being harassed, without being, without fearing for our lives, without having people, strangers, show up to our private and personal property.
By the way, Taylor Lorenz, I believe that's the young lady's name who outed the Libs of TikTok's address. She already started that whole situation. So for her just to blame the right wing for a situation like that, I think is disingenuous, because Taylor, I believe her name is Taylor Lorenz, but I could be incorrect. You guys can let me know in the comment section. But she didn't post the actual address, but she posted a link to which people could get the address, which I believe is the same thing. I mean, I guess on a technicality, you didn't technically post the actual person's address, but you basically gave the address away. I mean, in short. But yeah, if anybody has more information on that situation, please comment below.
I'm still in shock. Thank God I called, obviously, my team. Thank God for community, for Black community, for Black movement community here in Los Angeles. I just really, really, y'all, I really need my family to be safe. I need to be safe. I need my child to be safe. And this, what happened this morning is not safety. It's not what I deserve. It's not what any of us deserve. So just be diligent when you see shit in the media. and you see shit that's being talked about, please be diligent, because they are purposefully doing this. They are purposefully building a wedge between Black people because they know that when we are together, we're stronger, and they've seen what we've done this last decade. They've seen what we've done. And so they're literally trying to destroy us. They're trying to destroy me. They're trying to destroy the movement. And I just need us to be stronger. I need us to be more diligent. I need us to be more present. I need us to be clearer. I need us to be accountable. I love y'all so much. Pray for me, pray for my family, and pray and check on Black organizers.
Okay, so this is insane. In real time right now.
Before we get to Candace Owens' response, I will say this. I think part of that was a little disingenuous and not stating the entire situation. I'm sure, but I personally don't believe in pulling up to people's houses. I think that is a really dangerous, terrible situation. I personally don't believe. I disagreed with the whole Taylor Lorenz situation. If that is the young lady's name, please forgive me if I am wrong about the name on that situation. I disagreed with that, and I disagree with individuals pulling up to people's houses. Obviously, some people can feel like they've been threatened, and some bad things can happen, and that is the last thing that I want to see, and I'm sure that's the last thing you guys want to see. You don't want to see somebody come outside their house, get startled. It could be early morning, late at, people are crazy out here, so some really terrible things can happen in those situations, and the loss of life is obviously a very serious situation. But also, you have to take accountability for your actions, right? Allegedly, Patrisse and some of her business partners have done some shady things, have taken money and haven't really given the money to the individuals or places that it should have gone to. They've spent it for themselves. And at a certain point, people want accountability. And if you don't give them that accountability, you're going to have some problems. Like I said, I stand firm on, I don't believe in, maybe Candace Owens had a really good excuse for pulling up to the house. And I think at the very beginning, she had mentioned that Candace said something about she thought it was the BLM's organization's property. That's fine. Now, if that's the situation, cool. But when you start pulling up to people's personal homes, I personally just don't believe in doing that, But that's just me. Y'all can let me know how you feel in the comment section. But at the same time, when people do shady things, you must be held accountable. You must be.
On Black organizers.
Okay, so this is insane. In real time right now, I am watching Patrisse Cullors do a live claiming that I went to her property and demanded to speak to her. And she's, I only way I can describe it is she sounds like she's really scared. We're working on a documentary talking about all of the funding pertaining to Black Lives Matter. Obviously, we know that Patrisse and a lot of the founders purchased $1 million homes in white neighborhoods. They also purchased a Black Lives Matter property. So we went to the property and asked if there was anyone that we could speak to. Very politely, by the way. We've got cameras.
We realized that they purchased the Black Lives Matter property.
And asked if they also purchased a Black Lives Matter property. So we went to the property and asked.
So that was the situation, which I was hoping that was the situation. So yeah, it's been confirmed. That property was purchased by BLM, or Candace assumed that it was purchased by BLM. All right, okay.
Asked if there was anyone that we could speak to. Very politely, by the way. We've got cameras in tow, so there's no way she can, it's all on camera. And we just said, is there anyone we can speak to? Nobody asked us to leave. The person went inside. It was just a white man that we saw outside that was providing security, which is super interesting because obviously Patrisse here is anti-police. And so she's, oh my God, I think she's crying on this live, pretending that she was harassed. We, like I said, very politely to the guy, is there anyone we can speak to? My name's Candace Owens. We never went over the gate. It was just me ringing the doorbell, trying to speak to someone. He said absolutely nothing. He started just recording us, and we said, okay, if there's no one we can speak to, we're going to leave. Patrisse is pretending to be scared because she knows that this Black Lives Matter lie is falling apart, and she doesn't know what to do. I mean, people are aware of the scam that is Black Lives Matter. She's intentionally limited the comments, so you can't even comment on this post, because I was going to comment and be like, this is a complete lie and we have it all on camera.
Ooh, that's a little shady. Ooh, you start limiting them comments, boy. I know something is up. I know something is up. And I've seen that with individuals who have done some shady stuff. They limit the comments. So like only like their best of friends can comment on their posts, which is also why I don't get why people are freaking out about freedom of speech. You can literally tune out people on your social media platform, literally not even allow them to comment. So why are people angry about free speech on social media platforms? But that's for a different day and a totally different discussion. But I just wanted to throw that in because it made sense within the context of the situation here. But yeah, it's a little fishy. You know, y'all smell fish? I sure do. I don't know.
In terms of what happened. So what you are seeing right now is the face of a woman who is pretending she's afraid of right-wing pundits, when in reality, she's being exposed as a fraud who took millions, used the faces of Black people, took millions of dollars to fund herself, to fund her lifestyle, to fund her girlfriend, and to buy $1 million mansions in neighborhoods where no Black people live. So Patrisse, this footage this story that we're covering is a significant one. I have always been interested in the fraud that is Black Lives Matter, your fake tears, your crocodile tears about someone politely ringing your gate and speaking to your white security guard and asking if there was anyone that I could talk to because I was covering the story. Not really going to cut it, Patrisse. This is only going to commit me further to discovering the truth about what you have done with this funding. Black people died. You used their faces to raise money. You demanded that the policing be stopped. You demanded that police officers be defunded, but you've got a private security detail outside of $1 million homes. It just doesn't work this way, sweetheart. So the truth shall set you free, or Candace Owens shall set you free, girl, because I'm about to tell the truth. All right, we're still filming. Bye.
So, very interesting situation here that we have on our hands. Now, Candace Owens apparently thought that that was a BLM property that she pulled up to, which I think excuses it on a certain level. Now, if Candace Owens exposes that property's address, I wouldn't agree with that. Like I said, I don't believe in pulling up to people's personal homes. Now, if it's not your personal home and you used BLM organization to purchase that home, well, you got some problems there, buddy, you know. But that's just my personal opinion. You guys can let me know in the comment section how you feel about that. I think you can get into it. Like I said, in the reason why is I feel like you can get into a really dangerous situation. I believe in calling people out and putting people on blast, but I don't believe in, you know, taking people's lives or threatening people's, you know what I mean? Like that's just a different level of calling people out that I'm not going to personally. Some other people could do it. I wouldn't condone that. Not even to my greatest critic, you know, that's just wild to me. Crazy. I would love to dive into the actual facts of the situation and see if Candace Owens was actually speaking truth and the fact that that property was purchased by the BLM organization. Now, if that is the case, well, like I said, she has some definite issues, and she definitely needs to be put on blast and on Front Street. And I think she knew that she did something wrong by limiting the comments. For me, that is a very telling situation, because you're trying to limit what people can say back to you. Now, if you think that you're in the right and you've done nothing wrong, then you can refute whatever anybody is saying. But when you know that something that you did was wrong, then you're probably going to try to keep everybody shut up and get your side of the story out, while nobody is, you know, hitting you with any type of backlash. Like Candace said, she was about to comment and say that was a lie. I literally did not step inside of the gate. It was just me and a camera crew. There wasn't a bunch of people yelling and screaming. I rang the doorbell on your gate, and just simply asked if I could interview anybody. Now, if that's, like I said, if that's the BLM property, there's no problem with that. You purchased that with fraudulent dollars. Anyway, y'all let me know what you thought about this one in the comment section below. Like, share, comment, and of course, hit that subscribe button. It's right up over there. Hit that before you go. And right before you leave, check out that video. You might like it. Peace and love. I'm out.